Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game played on Vertigo Duel between DontFazeMeBro playing as the first Spanish division, and he's going against Little Goat, or Lil Goat, playing as the fourth East German Motorised division. So we'll go through the deck reviews, interesting matchup this one. Then we'll talk about the map, the matchup, the deployments of the game, and as always timestamps in the description. Right, so this is the deck review for Lil Goat, and he's playing 4th East German, a division he likes very much. We've spoken about this. Sorry, I pressed the wrong thing. What the hell did I just press? Where have I gone? Is it this one? Alright. Anyway. The... etc., right? 4th Motorised. So... 2 cards of supply is fair enough for such a... What? No Acacias? Anyway, 2 cards of supply can work. You really need a howitzer, man. What the heck? And then CV options. So this is a nice cheap one. 2 per card, like mega cheap. So you can buy 2 of these for less than the price of this. This is 3 per card and wheeled, so that's 5. Only 5 CVs is like the bare minimum. In my... Oh no, never mind, there's 7. So this is your forward deployed wheeled CV. And then this is tracked and this is wheeled as well. So yeah, that's all good. Infantry, yeah, the FS Jaeger Metis are pretty cool. Do like them quite a bit. But it's worth noting that they come in a 90 kilometers an hour transport. So they're airborne forward deployed, but they come in a 90 kilometers an hour transport. So it's cool to bring something like... So the SPG-9 I don't really like because it's only got 2 strength. People keep, so I only know one top player who uses these recoilless rifle teams a lot, and it's Fortitude Fence. He really seems to like them. I think Bomb Feeder uses them as well. Nobody else uses them, so it's just because they've only got 2 strength. But it does have 100 kilometers an hour road speed, so it will get there mega fast, right? It's a shame there's no FSU as SPG-9, that'd be pretty funny. Although the div's strong enough as it is. Then the 3MG one, so the trade-off here is you either get a better RPG, or you get more shooty power, and it's cheaper, but it's got 1 less guy as well. So the SMG tends to be the more popular one. There we go. Mott shots and SVD is really nice because the SVD is like 2 machine guns, so it's like 4 machine guns, which is like 8 rifles, so 8 plus 5 is 13, so very nice shooty power on these guys. Then Mott shots and BTR. I'm really surprised. Wait, what? So basically, this thing is crazy cost efficient. They raised the price to 35 points, and it's still extremely good for 35 points. It's got an ATGM, 3 armor. The Grom isn't so bad. It's basically just an SPG-9, but with more range, and it's auto loaded. But yeah, 3 armor, smoke, resolute, all that. So basically, you want as many of these as you can get. This, like, why? Is that a mistake I've made in clicking on the deck? It's not. It's not. Don't do that. Just get more of these. And then I'm pretty sure you don't really need this last card of infantry. You've got so much infantry here. And you're out of, BMP 1 guys. You've got your wheeled infantry if you super need it. And your other wheeled infantry, right? So I don't think you need something up with my mouse. I need to, like, clean my mouse or something. I don't think you need this. Wow, 3 AP. You know where I'm going to spend it. Artillery, so mortars for smoke, and you want it in the MTLB because you can load it into that when the counter battery comes in and maybe survive. And then you want the Acacias. Used to be called Acacia, and then they changed the name to something really easy to say. And yeah, you need this. What if there's an enemy ATGM team? But what are you going to do? Right? You're just going to smoke everything for the whole game? I mean, it can work. Tank tab, so this, yeah, you get it for the Bastion, so people like having it downvetted for the Bastion. Then this one is actually really nice. If you compare it to like the T64R, it's a better version of it. It's got the max range gun. It's got enough armor to survive a TOW 2. Really nice tank. So yeah, you want that at 1 vet, because this is the one that's expected to be in the fight. This is just here to sling this anti-tank missile. You can still bring it at 1 vet, it's just you kind of want to have loads of these anti-tank missiles. And yeah, I forgot to say, like, yeah, Conkers, SPG-9, okay, and then grenade launcher. T-55As are super good at the start. They can survive a Milan 2 hit, but not a TOW 2 hit. And yeah, they've got, nice gun. I mean, the price keeps going up, but that's for a good reason. So yeah, some people bring it at 2 vet, and then you can buy 4 at the start, basically. I think I'm one of those people. And also, considering what I'm going to do next, which is give you another card of AM2s. Recon. So, yeah, so these guys, really nice infantry with satchels and smoke. These guys, really nice shooty infantry. That's also why I removed this infantry here. You don't need all that infantry. I don't really like these at all. It's a DMR, and it's got a super exceptional stealth. So it's got an extra level of stealth after it stops for 10 seconds. But you've already got airborne forward deployment, right? You've got lots of recon inf. What you need is something so your tanks can see. So either you want this, which is nice. I think it's the one I bring. Very good optics. Or you can bring this one, which has 3 armor, and you put this with your tanks, and then your tanks can see at the max range, and they can engage at the max range. But generally, you're more of a mobile div, less of a tank div, so I prefer this one. And then, yes, a recon helo, also very useful. Is there a guy, you got to make a fast move somewhere with your motorized guys, right, in their SPW-70s. Is there a guy behind that road or whatever, you just fling the recon helo over, there's nobody there, and you can keep going. AA, so yeah, Cubs, Strela 1, you don't need 9 of these, so you up vet. So basically, this is better against helicopters, and if you end up against an Apache, it's way better. And then this is better at sneaking around the side and being annoying, which is what you got to do as Fourth. It's very good at it. And this helps with that as well, because they're on the same chassis, and this helps with that as well. So what you can do is send the Conkers around the side with one of these behind it, and then they send a helo to go deal with the Conkers, and you shoot it down. Strela 2M, so he's got this because he wants some airborne forward deployment to protect his opener. The Iglas are better, so if you look for the for 5 points more, you get more accuracy and more range. So it's just better, and because it's fire and forget, the range, I don't think it gets better with decreased distance, because it's infrared fire and forget. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But yeah, the idea behind the one on the left is, it's airborne forward deployed, and then you unload your Strela 2 at the helicopter that's there, and you shoot, and you don't hit him, and then everybody dies anyway. So whenever I play Fourth, I open with a jet, because if you don't, you're going to die. So you can even go for... I mean, this one's pretty nice, actually. 3 per card. Like 2 of these, or get this and get 2 of these. So yeah, I think this is just a waste of time, but, whatever. It can get you out of a pinch. Helicopters, so if you really don't want this tank, right, you can get another 2 helicopters instead. I mean, I would get 2 Phalango ones. Which one's got the... Okay, this one. I would do it like that. Now you've got 3 helos. The Kokon is better than the Phalango because it's faster and got more range. But these are for anti-infantry, this is for anti-tank. Aircraft, yeah, you want the MiG-29s. Yeah, you want this one. And then Seed to keep everybody alive. This I really like using. So the idea is, because it's got mega range, you press evac right before it gets into range, and then it'll sling the missile from 4,225 meters away, and you should have a Seed with it as well. The enemy AA shouldn't be able to hit you if you do it properly. And a lot of people say, well, this is the same price, it has the same missile, so it's better, right? Because it's got rockets. No, because it flies really low, so the missile doesn't shoot. So, or you can just go for this cluster one or whatever. But anyway, if you want to kill a tank with a bomber, you can actually just use this, and this will just drop the bombs right on it, and it will kill the tank. I really like 4th. It's my favoritist division. Well, I mean, 2nd UK is nice. I like them all, really, apart from a few of them. Wow, that was very insightful. Anyway, so then we've got DontFazeMeBro playing as the Spanish. And I played against this guy recently. What was he playing? He was playing 157Y, and I was playing Spanish. It didn't go very well for me. Anyway, this is too much artillery to have with only 2 supply cards. So you need to find a way to fit some more supply cards in there. Here's an idea, which you're not going to like. These are garbage, man. There you go, I got you 2 more CVs. Or you can have this one, right, because it's cheaper. They've both got 2 top armor. So I think I run one of each. Because it's just if you need a cheaper one. And then you can get rid of this, which is actually really nice. But if you've got all this arty, you need 3 cards of supply. If you're running MLRS at all, you need 3 cards of supply. Or fob. So, yeah, they get the big one, right? And then, yeah, so infantry CV, okay. Your other option has smoke. And the same strength. So why have you gone for this one? You want this SMG so bad. The smoke could save your life for 5 points more. So I'd get that. Same transports as well. That's a weird decision. Anyway, yeah, the C90 should really have more range than this. It's got a 2 times optic as standard, and it goes less far than an M72 law. Zappadors are nice. They're on a nice vet curve because they don't have an MG, so they've got a nicer vet curve. And then Fusileros, you get these for the lag, so it can shoot grenade launcher rounds at people. This is so bad. I actually tried it against him, and I'm pretty sure I uploaded the video as well. And he's still bringing it, even though he saw it did nothing to him. You just gotta cope with the fact that, okay, this is just a baddie, right? And then you get the grenade launcher and the PP lag, and now you've got smoke and grenade launcher rounds, 85 kilometers an hour speed. This is not bad if you can get into position. Yeah, Milan 2 with the Milan launcher thing, sure. Arty, so he wants lots of Arty. Okay. Self-propelled mortars for smoke. There's something up with the... They, like, broke smoke in this patch. I believe this can now pop smoke 180 times. And then there's a bunch of them that just can't pop smoke anymore. And yeah, there's a bunch of vehicles that just don't smoke properly. This tab, so sadly you don't get many of these tanks. If you got another card of them, it'd be nice. These are just not great. Because it's heat, so the closer you get, the AP doesn't go up, unlike a T-55 where it would. They do have smoke, which is nice. And then, yeah, this, which has smoke, which I don't know if it works in this patch because of the change, the bug. And also, a Totu. It's only got mediocre stealth, sadly. Recon, so Vex spam, yes, very normal. And then the Jeanettes, so do you need 12 Jeanettes when you've got all this infantry? It's actually a really good point. Do you need, because you've got 12 Jeanettes here, right? And they function as combat infantry as well. Do you need to fill this? Do you need 2 cards of this? It's a genuine question because you're missing some capabilities here, mainly in this tab. So, because like these are not good. Because of this, it doesn't have the range. It's really annoying. Sometimes, if you end up on like a map which is just like urban front lines, then you'll be like, oh man, I wish I had more infantry. But yeah, you can definitely afford to upvet these if you're going to do it like that. And this is a nice vehicle as well, because it's super fast, 50 cal smoke, 35 points. Recon Helo, very nice. Some people bring this, but I feel like you just can't fit it in. I'd rather have 4 more Vex. AA, so the AMX-30 and this thing, which is, yeah. No, ass speed is pretty rough. It's not that amazing, but this div gets seriously bullied by helicopters. And this will not do anything to them, unless they fly right over you. So yeah, you need this, you need this. I do like bringing this, just for that bit of extra punch. And then we've got, yeah, hot ones, because there's no hot 2. And then this you bring at 2 vet, because it makes this aim really fast, and it makes the accuracy go up loads. So it practically doubles. And it's because this is the chance of it hitting once in a salvo of 10, because it shoots 10 rounds at once. You know, they're not all in the same millisecond. And so you want it at 2 vet, because it just makes it way more effective. Gives the enemy less time to react and stuff. And then, okay, so this is no Aspid, so he's gone for 3 cards of ASFs. This is like the Canadian one, but worse, because it's the old... It's the old Sparrow, so it doesn't have the mega range, but it's got 40% ECM. It's an F18, if you're wondering. And then this is a Phantom. This is like the British one, except better. British one's got better short range missiles. Okay. Still rather have the better long, because this is so crap, man. That one on the left should be 3 per card. Frankly, the one on the right should be as well. Anyway, because this is the problem, right? You want to kill a helicopter. Well, how? You don't want to chuck a 260-point F-18 at it, which, you know, might not kill it anyway, because it goes so fast. It's only going to get one of these off, and if it misses, it's not killing it. And then your other option is this, which doesn't have a gun. So this will make this won't kill it either, because even if this hits, you'll only get 1 off before the pass. And if the helicopter's got, you know, 8 HP, well then you're scuppered, aren't you? So this div really sucks against helicopters. But yeah, this is the crowning glory. It did go up by 10 points because it was a bit silly. But yeah, it's Mavericks, the nicer Mavericks. 55% accuracy, decent range on an F-18, so it's got really nice ECM and speed, so you can fly around and hit him in the sides. And so he chooses to bring 2 cards of that. It's interesting. I could learn a bit here from the way he's built this, because basically I run 1 fewer of these, so I don't run the second one of this. That's the main thing, and I'm interested to see. Yeah, the way he's fit it in is because he's got rid of some AA, and then he's brought an extra plane. What? Something's missing here. But yeah, you can't have 3 arty pieces with 2 cards of supply. You'll just run out of supply after 20 minutes, if that. Anyway, there's his. Here's mine. So I do still bring the Toa. I could get rid of a card of infantry here. I'm just gonna do that right now. You can go do whatever. Because yeah, do I really need this? And then I was trying to bring the snipers and stuff. What's the point? Just get more Jeanettes. There you go. So I've got 4 more regular infantry. Now I can get rid of... Because, yeah, this one, because it's got more range, in many cases I prefer it to this one. It's a bit silly, but it is what it is. And now I've got 3 more AP. And now I can bring... my Helo Hunter. I mean... If this had a gun on it, this would be nice against helos, because it's 3 per card and it's cheaper, so you can just chuck it at it. But it doesn't have a gun. They don't have guns. This should be 3 per card. Oh yeah, also I bring the Aspid at 1 vet. So I can cope about how bad it is. And then if I get rid of the Aspid, I could... Then I definitely have to downvet this one. The Aspid's nice, though, because you can get air bullied. But if you've got 3 cards of fighters, chances of you being air bullied are somewhat more limited. And this doesn't do anything against healers, because you can never get into range with it. Downvet that. And now I can afford this. Wow. Wowee. Can't wait to lose next time I play that division. I haven't played it since he beat me. Anyways, let's cast the game. Right, so with that out of the way, briefly on the map, Vertigo is much better for this blue side here, because Anna is quite easy to take in comparison to Boris. Boris is kind of hard to take, because you can put people on this hill. If it's taken, you can fall back to here and then push back in. You can yeah, you can defend it quite easily. The disadvantage of Anna is that there's no fallback position here, right? It's big open field, instead of there being a hill there. There's like literally from Boris, if you put an ATGM in here, you can shoot the reinforcements coming in for Anna, especially if you've got a Conkers or a Tow. The Milans have a little bit less than 2,500 meters range, which is that outer circle you can see about there. So it's a bit harder to hit them with a Milan. It will still shoot and they'll still crap themselves, but probably won't hit them if it's wheeled and it's just fast moved and they don't panic. They should get into the cover by the time that aims. Yeah, and Blue has an easier time, in my opinion, in Dimitri because they can put a guy in here and shoot down here, and then Red has to path all their guys over to here and then move them up manually. Otherwise, they keep just if you select anything in here, it'll come down this road and get shot by this, right? Over here, it's basically even. Also, Paul is a lot easier to defend than Ivan. The enemy takes Anna, or whichever side you're rooting for, and then like they get to here or something. Well, that's it. It's lights out on Ivan. Whereas Paul, it's there's no nice position. Like, if they take this, so it doesn't matter. Lots of buildings, tree cover, stuff like that. This is all open from the front, which means it's kind of hard to. Because if the enemy's got a big tank blob here, you have to put people in here. It's kind of hard to do because when they come across, they get shot. If you've got guys in here, it's all right as the red player. But yeah, if the blue player just gets exceptional optics tanks up to here, well then, he shoots all the way through to here, and yeah, it's pretty rough this map. In terms of the matchup, I think Fourth East German's better than Spanish. Spanish is a bit. It's just bad 5e. It really is a shame. It does get MLRS, which is pretty cool. It does get better artillery than 5e, and it gets this AT plane, which is really nice. But it really struggles against helicopters because it doesn't have any man pads. Apparently Spain just didn't have man pads. Yeah. In terms of the deployments, we've got Jeanettes, which I explained in the deck review. So Spanish has no airborne forward deployment apart from snipers, which nobody really brings. I tried bringing them, and then I was just like, it's a waste of time. Because, yeah, you get there first with a two-man squad. Well, if he saw you get in, he's just going to run up to you and kill you. So he's going to unload the Jeanettes, and then this also has good optics and speed and smoke and stealth. And so they're going to come over here. And then 3 Vex, which are like LAVs, and you get 8 of them. So that's pretty cool, actually. They've got Bushmasters on them, right? Really not a bad vehicle. So that's an advantage you've got over 5e. But they get the MX-10RC, so he's trying to sort of do some sort of, moto rush to here. And then for mid, Jeanette's unloading there. Okay. And then more Vex. So lots of Vex coming in here. He's bought 6. And then we've got... So that one of them's called HA and one of them's called HR, which is really difficult. It's really because they've both got the same icon. But yeah, one of them's an ATGM if it's got the ATGM in the bottom right, and the one with the explosion has the autocannon. So he's Hilo Moto rushing. Presumably he's got a plane as well, like an F-18. Otherwise, like, where's all his units? And he doesn't care about Dimitri or Center, apparently. And he's got a Recon Hilo, which he's put... Because this should start here, but he's actually deliberately put it further back so that it can stick with everybody else. Rather than going out ahead. And then... Although trying to airborne forward deploy... helicopter rush 4th Mott is an interesting decision. Then we've got Fusileros, who are just like... They're like Zickerung, so no AT, but 2 MGs, 40 points. They come in a transport that has a grenade launcher on it. 3 AMX-30Es. And AMX-30 CV tank for Paul Boris. So he's rushing Anna, basically. Switching to his opponent's deployment, we've got a much more measured deployment. In my opinion, he's putting way too much stuff on Centra and Dimitri. The way, because there used to be a zone here and a zone here, and they moved them to here. And it's like, that's what we wanted was a zone here and a zone here. A zone here and a zone here. And they just, I don't know. I mean, it would be a trivial thing to just put a zone there, put them back. Anyway, because of that, there's 2 points up for grabs here. There's 6 up for grabs here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, right? So most people put most of their effort into hit. So you don't want to overinvest into Centrum Dimitri, because chances are the enemy's not going to have anybody there. More often than not, they will not send anybody. If they do, they'll send 1 or 2 units. So you need like 3 units. But instead he sent 4 on each side. 4 on this side and 5 on this side. I think it's too big an investment. Especially when he doesn't have airborne forward deployment and you do. Chances are he won't. If he knows that, he won't even try. And if he does, you're going to get there first and kill him anyway. So you don't need so much here. So I would lose that meta squad, I guess, or lose that sharpshooter. And here I would lose an SPG-9 and lose a that one, and then then you can afford like a tank for over here, like another T-55 or something. He is going into mid, which is very intelligent. But once you get into here, you want to Conkers in here, because one advantage red does have is that, yes, a blue can shoot you from his spawn, but if you actually take mid, you can cut off his spawn, which is quite nice, actually, if you've got Conkers and stuff, and you go in this building. Milan 2, once again, the range. So, yeah, he's going into mid. He's got a Conkers coming there. Oh, so that's exactly what I said. 35-point CV for Dimitri Center, and then forward deployed CV for Ivan, T-55A, and Estrella that hasn't been pathed, an SPG-9 that's coming over here. Well, and then what? I mean, it's... suppose they could shoot this. Can't shoot over here. Sniper, which hasn't been pathed, and the CV. So basically, he's not put enough here, because if you're on this side, you have to expect that the enemy's going to rush Anna, because they do that. You need to secure Centrum Dimitri without losing Anna. So he's put too much, and it's great if you can get middle and this, but you do need, like, so that, for example, that Fallschirmjäger SMG, right? 80 points. Instead, he could have got and the other one, what was it, like the sniper maybe? So for 50 points, so that's 80 plus 55, which is 135. You could have got 2 Mottschutzen in the BMP1 SP1s, I believe. It might be 150 for that. And just put them here and hide them, so that if the enemy runs down here, well, you just blow him up. Otherwise, if he runs at you, you've not really got much here to stop him. Anyway, let's see what happens. I mean, it looks like... Let's see what happens. Right, so it's time to see what happens, and it's time to thank the generous channel joiners generously joining the channel. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. 1 join at the lowest level is worth 2,000 views, so if you're feeling bad about your ad block, it's a great way to support the channel. This is my sole source of income, which is why I shill so much. It's almost like my life depends on it. I'm trying to finish a PhD. I've got my thesis defense in October. I've been reliably informed it's not going to go very well, which means I'll probably get significant corrections and I'll keep doing it, but my funding ran out in February. So yeah, I've been living off this, so I really do appreciate it. If we can grow the channel by 30%, I basically just won't have to get a job. So I do appreciate it. Anyway, that's my sob story. So we got the Strela 2Ms, and it missed, which is, wow, it's almost like you guys should watch the deck reviews. But eventually they will hit these, right? So there you go, they've got a hit there. And if they just stick around, then yes, they will start dying. So yeah, they went down, and he bought a MiG-29. I mean, that's a big investment. I would have bought the cheaper one to kill these two. The main issue you've got is the Vex, and the tanks are coming now. So buying this means that, well, your next minute's income is nothing, because you bought this. And now you've got this problem. This hasn't been sold. These guys shouldn't all be in one building. The Strela here's dead. Where's that plane? It really needs to kill this. It's killing all his guys. This is on the ground. No, it's not. What's he doing? Right, he's clocked it. But yeah, as you can see, the SPG-9 just doesn't have the range to do what you wanted to do with that. It's just going to get shot by everybody in the open. And now he's not got any infantry here, so it looks like he's just lost Anna. T-55A will lose to these en masse. One of these will definitely beat one of these, because it's got more pen and it's kinetics the closer it gets, and it's got more armor. It is slower, but who cares? It doesn't have smoke, which is more significant. And now... What? You already had the MiG-29. What? You got a big armor problem here. You need to buy... if you had the MiG-29 still up, maybe it got routed. You needed to buy a heal... Oh, I suppose that's why I did that. But yeah, this is why I don't watch these games ahead of time. It's just you can tell what's, you know, most likely to happen. And what was likely to happen here is there was no infantry squad here. So now, well, everybody's just coming in. And I don't know why, where he's going. He'd have more luck trying to run this way, I think. But either way, he's dead. Yeah, you just could have lived a bit longer if he'd stuck in the smoke, maybe. So yeah, not ideal. Not ideal at all. And that just came down to his deployment. He put way too much here. Right, one unit too many here, I suppose, as well. And not enough in here to defend. So like a Conquer squad there would be cool. BRDM-2 Conquers here would have been cool. You know, instead of that SPG-9, you get a BRDM-2 Conquers. Then it can actually do what he was trying to do with the SPG-9. But yeah, it's not looking great for Red. He will stop the tick here, but... Okay, so he's going for the CV. Oh, it broke. Conquers is out of ammo. This still has Kokons. The Kokon will not one-shot these on the front armor, but it will on the side armor. Is it on low altitude or something? Good micro with the recon from Don't Phase Me to spot this, right? It is out of stuff. Anyway, this is coming back now. So he's going for the CV, and as you can see, this will kill the tanks. If it had 3 armor, it'd probably still die there. So he's trying to shoot this, but yeah, a bit of a... So we spoke about how it struggles against helicopters, right? Where's that plane? Has he clocked it yet? So this is... It's got one side armor, so it should still be alright. But this is a F-18 Hornet. It's got 40% ECM. Okay, I guess, yeah, 6 missiles when you're behind him. But that wouldn't usually happen. The F-18 costs like 100 points more than this. But he was going on the helo, but he got the helo. Yeah, it's not looking great for Red at all. I mean, he's... You know, he could have had a nice point lead for a bit if he just bought some more shots and BMP ones. He's got too much close range stuff, basically. Like, what's this SPG-9 doing for you on this map? They've got to come into range. I guess he's going to oblige you, actually. And then it might hit something. But usually it doesn't. It does fire nice and fast, though. And then it's only got 2 HP. So, yeah, you got the recon. More helos, but... Okay, so I was going to say, you need fighter cover. Whenever you're going to buy a helo, you either need a bunch of AA in front of it, or you need a fighter up. If it's, you know... If it's one of those dinky little Bopar whatevers, then yeah, use it. If it kills one thing, it's going to pay for itself. But this is 170 points. And because of the way he's built his deck, he's only got 2 helicopters. The Kokons are nice, though, because they're fast. And they've got more range. So he's about to realise how bloody useless these are. Look, it's not... He can't even shoot back. And look at that, he pushed back the tanks. Conquer's up to here. But yeah, my money's on blue at the moment because he's got most of the map and all he has to do now is, you know, keep this position and just swing around. So this needs to go backwards instead of just running into him. So you see it fired like 4 volleys at it. He's going to get him actually because when it gets stunned it stands up, I think. Oh, okay. Anyway, this is the infantry one. It's actually worse. This is actually good. This is the bad one. It comes down to the accuracy and the salvo length. The ranges are the same, even though all the colours change. And the damage is the same and so on. So... Huh. He needs to reverse. He's got more range. Or actually, he could go forwards, because this is kinetic. But if he goes forwards, this is going to hit him with the AT rocket. But as you can see, that 500 meters range really doesn't help these guys. And look how low this is. It's not ideal at all. You'd expect the MiG-29 to lose this fight. And it does. And yeah, this guy, if he just reverses, you've got the range. Although I guess then he wouldn't be able to see him. He wants to see him, but... Anyway, the SPG-9s have only got 2 HP, and, you know, they are dying slowly. I suppose, you know, 50 points, 80 points, and so on. So, this guy really needs to... Oh, he's dead. So look, the infantry one, for some reason, I'm going to file that as a bug report, actually. For some reason, the bullets that come out the infantry one are super slow. Like, you saw those both firing, right? Right, where am I? On my bug report. I open paint and stuff, notepad. Gay boy, too slow. Why's my air revenue so low? Anyway, so he's only got 2 helicopters, which is really weird for 4th, frankly. You can build it to have like 8. So yeah, it's pretty rough. So yeah, this is the good one, this is the bad one. But you'll note that this is more expensive, despite being worse. But it's faster. Anyway. Milan 2 went down there, probably to this. And you see that the routes these take makes it very difficult to be here. He needs to be in this building, really. Not sure why he wants to be there so badly. Not sure what that's doing for him. BMP, well, look how bad this thing is, man. It's losing to a BMP-1. Like I said, the price went up. They're 35 now, but it's still very, very good. You should still have 2 cards of them. So the other reason, like 9th East German and 7th East German are pretty good as well. So yeah, no ASPID means you're forced to rely on these AMX-30 REs. RE stands for retard. I guess it's going to hit something eventually. The idea is, yeah, you use your planes. So BMP-1 of Doom. I missed this time. But these have 3 front armor, so if he turned to face it, that wouldn't have actually killed him. You can tell if it's a Malyutka from the speed of the missile. But yeah, look, they keep coming down here. Conkers gets a miss there, but it routes the lag. That guy dies in his transport. So this is the Toad one. So yeah, you can buy them and just like slow walk them across the map and just see if anybody shoots at you. And it like, you see it kills stuff. Because it outranges this, so... It's pretty effective. If it gets to like here though, this will kill it at close range, but because it's in a building and so on. And yeah, the Strela 2M, it will eventually hit. Well, it might run out of ammo. Yeah, like I said, Igla's nicer. And, keeps losing his helis. I mean, he's lost all his attack helos now. It's pretty rough. And this guy. Not being in the building, bit of a weird one. So basically, when you spawn these, you want them to shoot straight away because it reloads while it's moving. So you saw what he did there, and look, he got a kill because he still has to move up to increase the, you know, the firepower, decrease the dispersion. Cub's trying to kill this thing now. Should go down to the SPW actually. Okay, Cub beat it to it. SPW's dead. So Red can try to counterattack here, but. I don't know, I mean, I think these are so bad. You're much, much better off spending a bit more on the better one. Cub's probably going to die now, yeah. Yeah, Lil Goat has no Acacias in his deck. He has no artillery in his deck apart from smoke mortars, which is a bit strange. The Seed is going to turn into the AMX-30s, so that this can bomb them, right? I mean, would have been cool. He could have killed 2 AMX-30s there for a total of 210 points. But he wants to save his zone, right? He can't really do anything about the tank. So if he just path this over to here and then up to here, this can kill him because it has the range advantage, right? You see the grenade launcher shooting there. He doesn't have recon, so he's got to get pretty close to see him. This is on the ground. Toad 2 is probably going to shoot it. Ah! A rare miss. And then this thing is really, really strong. It's crazy how good Pact was at military stuff. That's why they won. All the time, you know, whenever they fought with all this equipment. Let's not get into it. Anyway, this guy has his own smoke, and this has a minimum range of 250, which really should be 350. Because 350 is the minimum forest range, so why isn't it just the minimum forest range? Why 250? Why aren't these things written anywhere? Anyway, if he throws the smoke at it, and because you saw it was shooting there and then it stopped, and that's because he got in range. If he throws the smoke at it and runs in, then he'll get it. But, you know, otherwise he can just run into... Yeah, he can just run super fast and get him anyway, because it's special forces, so it does actually go faster. And that's not reflected on the stat card either, but it does. Trust me. This guy needs to get back. This guy needs to get back. It's not looking great for the fourth mod, but if he'd bought more of the regular T55s, the Bastion's nice, but you don't really need it, and he'd had like one of those here, well then the AMX-30s wouldn't have been able to shoot him from max range, and he would have got a few hits in and probably would have scared them off, but it's tough because he clearly bought this to go there, but because of the way the reinforcement road works, well this shot at him and then he panicked and he's just stuck here now, he's not moving. So this needs to go hide in this corner, but I'm not sure it would survive the journey there. Because this will see it, and then the tanks will come round. This is not a great place to be. Although I suppose for a sniper squad. But yeah, when they come past here, they're going to see you. Anyway, MiG-21 BIS bomber gets a guy. Should probably go down here. Although, yeah, this has to turn into the MiG-20. So this has better missiles. I mean, that was quite fortunate, actually, for this to shoot twice and hit twice. Because that was 40% ECM, so he shot twice and he hit twice, so... A bit of a weird one. Presumably this is... Oh, okay. I mean, I'd be going for that, right? But I guess he was already aiming before he saw this, maybe. So this man is very most likely dead because he's stunned, so he can't move. And this is obviously why you want them as close as possible. And down he goes. So, yeah, the BMP-1 spam is great, and he only brings one card of them. The other one he brings in an SPK-50, and I can't tell if he's just trolling me or what. So, trying to get some more mot shots in there. And yeah, as you can see, you know, you can just shoot them as they come down the road, so you have to unload. This guy could have tossed another smoke, potentially, but... Yeah, and the TOW2s are in nice positions here, so it's very hard to push back into Anna once you lose it. It's a lot easier to push back into Boris, because it usually, yeah, you just go from here to there, right? And usually you keep this if you lose Boris. So he's got more of these infantry 20 mils, which are just so bad, man. The bullets go too slowly, as we've just established. Anyway, imagine if he had like an Acacia or something, you know, he could hit this, but he took the Acacias out of his deck for some reason, and you see the fruits of his labours here. He has to use bombers to kill everything. That means flying over this. Would be funny if he went for this, if he could see it. Guess this probably can't. Oh, that moved. That's a shame. Anyway, this is probably going to die. Oh, wow, okay. And now what you do is you send both of these bombers to kill the AA position, which they're moving, though, which is smart. And yeah, this thing has Ligmas on it, so it's not bad. So it's 40 ECM AT plane. But Lil Goat hasn't brought that many tanks, so I'm surprised he's got that out, really. He doesn't have a bomber, though, so he took him out for another one of those. So 30 mil versus Vec. Conker's assists. It'd be interesting to see who would win that fight, actually. At that range, I think the 30 mil would win. Because obviously the Vec can just reverse until this can't shoot back. Because, look, it's got more range. So, these are moving, which is why they're not shooting. Put them on a fast path, and then he tried to turn off the auto. Ooh, he doesn't have an auto cover to say. I know you're going to watch this. You can go into the settings, and you can bind a button for this. So I've got mine on my my tilde key. See, it doesn't work against AMX, against Roll 2s. I guess he knows that now. Cub's coming out for these Hornets. I mean, this is not going to win against that when it's not got its long-range missiles. What the hell is going on? I suppose this only fired one missile and it missed, which, I mean, that makes sense. Okay, I mean, that was like the best case scenario. Like, what? How did that not die? I guess these were moving and stuff, and they might have been reloading from the last volley. You need to turn off the cover and hide behind this. But, you know, it's switched, so now red has Anna, but blue has Dimitri. And I don't see what's stopping him from just getting a recon healer over here. Oh, there's nobody there. Strela or whatever. Because, yeah, he can just run these up, and I suppose the SPG-9 would shoot him. Yeah, he's getting some recon to do it. The other thing is taking this. It's very useful to have. So, Maverick claims a kill. Good misses. And yeah, like, this guy's not long for this world. If he wasn't being shot at by this, Van these now, he would kill both of these. But, alas. So I guess these guys can fall back a bit. He really needs to deal with this. That's an expensive loss. So yeah, probably superior micro from Lil Goat. Like, don't phase me, bro. Whenever his planes are coming in, Lil Goat's hitting him from the side while he's going for a helicopter or something. And that is, like, that time he had his back turned. Well, obviously he can't shoot back. Doesn't matter how much ECM you've got. Although, sticking around to... Well, okay. I mean, I'm not sure why he did that. Just as I complimented him as well. You just hang about so you can die. Very sad. Anyway, he really needs to deal with this. These don't survive TOW 2 hits, but they will survive Conquer's hits. The mortar for smoke is sort of making it so he can't shoot him, but whatever, he can still see this one. And as you can see, it does a cheeky 6 damage. Here we go, so he's going in, he was just waiting for the recon. He's got some infantry coming. Yeah, yeah. It's not ideal to come in this way. Basically, yeah, this infantry needs to come over here, and then these should come in from, like, up to here. And then you take this, because if you come in this way, then yes, you're going to get shot from the guys in the zone. You're also going to get shot from whatever's over here, and whatever's over here. This wasn't on return fire. Okay. Or maybe it was, and he was spotted. Anyway, the Roll 2s. They miss, so now these should go on the Roll 2s. No, instead he flies across the Roll 2 so it can shoot him. But it misses. Oh man, he could have killed me so many times. There we go, this is what we like to see. Oh, it's beautiful. So there you go, and now there's no AA. Some AT planes. So, how slow the bullets are compared to the regular AA ones. Anyway, that's going for the mortar, isn't it? So now he needs to load it up in the MTLB so it can survive. Because otherwise, what? As you can see, the mortar is dead and the MTLB isn't. So you've learnt now. Okay, so Jeanettes are in, but the tanks aren't. Looks like they're going to get in, though, because, like, what's this guy going to do? Depends how many more bombers he's got. Yeah, it's crazy how weak the Spanish div is against helos. And if you lose your planes, then you're... Yeah, because he's not brought the Aspid, which I just took out my deck, didn't I, to put that other thing in. Maybe that's not a good idea, actually. Because you'll note that he hasn't been able to buy that much artillery anyway, because of how the game's moving. Yeah, this time he unloaded in time, but is he going to do anything about this? Here we go. And yeah, like, no manpads and stuff, like, you know, Stingers kill a lot of planes. So he's just forced to buy these, and they're very bad, so... Oh, he's got the CV there, maybe. And he got the... It's not dead. So, yeah, the payload isn't amazing. But it's routed on the spot, apparently, and Conkers gets him. Interesting. What? Using the seed to right-click the M110? It's got armor, so... Interesting. Interesting. I guess this is a 30mm cannon. And you can see that because of this. It's a shame he doesn't have a bomber. Yeah, you could use this on it, because if he kills that, it'd be pretty big, actually, but... Oh, he's dead now. He's not making that. Anyway. This should lose this fight. Okay. I mean, I suppose it just comes down to the fact that this only has 50% accuracy. And so... It does miss a lot. But yeah, this is like... one of the best fights. The one with more range is better, in my opinion, but... Because it's 3 per card and 165 points, it's one of the best fighters in the game on a pure cost efficiency basis. Anyway, DontFazeMeBro is on the +2, because he's taken both of these, but he's about to lose Boris by the looks of things. This MI2 probably not going to make it. And, you know, he could send this tank up to here to help out, right? Get this guy up to here. This Metis is still going, because nobody's come down this road, so he doesn't know it's there. It's not fired. Well, it's fired a few small arms rounds, apparently. But yeah, look at this. Like, how does he deal with that? I suppose once it starts shooting, these tanks can shoot it back. Hello. What? What's going on? Why isn't it shooting that? Oh, it's probably because it's down the hill, so it can't look up. Yeah, because look, it's pointing down, and the tank gun can't look up that much, because it's on a 45-degree slope down. So that, yeah, he's just put it in the wrong place. If you'd had it back here, he'd be fine, I think, because it would be level. How does this keep happening? Oh my god, well, at least he didn't die. I mean, what? This should not be losing to this. Anyway, needs to put the CV actually in the zone, that would be helpful. And yeah, this guy did die on his way out as he flew over all this AA. Tank's moving up now. 30 mil, as soon as these engage, the 30 mil's going to kill him. It's funny because it actually outranges this. This does have higher DPS, but this has more range, so... So yeah, he needs to get this over to here and take all this. Get these forwards. He's doing it now. Take this, and then try and push in further, because if you get this, it'd be cool. It's obviously very hard to do. The alternative is you make him think you're going to attack this, and then you cut across here, you get over to here, and then, oh, what do you know? They can't reinforce Dimitri anymore. Especially if you've got this fella. So if they can't reinforce Dimitri, then you can take Dimitri. But it's always like people don't like moving laterally, I suppose you would say, across the map, sideways, because you show your side armor and you get shot. So it's always a risk. And so people like going forwards and backwards, as opposed to moving across, which is obviously, yeah, because if you've taken this, you want to come over here, take this, put an ATGM in there, so you can never take it back. You know, get a guy, go all the way around to here and kill people as they come in, and then you start punching to the left, because there's usually nobody in here because they're in the zone. So this tends to be where the AA and stuff is. And what do you know, right? And then you just come over to here, you kill the AA, which is a nice win, and then you just, you know, you put one of the, like this, with its 2,800 meter range. If you put that there, well, then it's pretty much lights out for Dimitri until they kill it. Okay, so this thing is really quite good actually, because it has the grad reload time. So what's he doing? But yeah, he sent 2 planes and 2 cubs and okay, 4 planes. Ah, yes, he's going for the AA. That's good. Although he lost one of his lost 2 of his planes for this, and that's not a big enough payload. But he did get one. And he's going for the other one. He doesn't know where it is. He's gonna miss. Yeah, I don't know about this, frankly. I mean, yeah. Somehow he makes it out. I don't understand this at all. Anyway, on the right, Lil Goat has engaged these Jeanettes. And yeah, this tank is so bad. This thing's pretty cool, though. Because it's got the grad reload time, but it's got bigger rockets. So it does a little bit more damage than a grad. For the same supply cost, reload time, aim time, and everything. So it's better than a grad. And yeah, he's moving up now. This thing is terrible, right? This missing is not surprising to anybody. It is bad. That's why you need the Aspid. Or you just don't lose air superiority. Just get better on those RNG rolls, you should be okay. So yeah, you see how fast the grenade launcher kills that? Because that was shooting at something else. If it had gone on the grenade launcher, it probably would have killed it. Anyway, the AT plane died. How is this happening? To this? Okay, whatever. It must have fired twice and hit twice. I suppose there's a bunch of Cubs back here as well on the Strela, so... Anyway, yeah, blobbing leads to this sort of thing. It wasn't a full volley, but it did a lot of damage. But yeah, I don't understand why he's bringing these AMX-30Es. They're so bad. See? Is it ever going to shoot its main gun? What's going on? What? Okay. There we go. It's because they kept going in and out of LOS and the whole threat detection thing. It's a whole thing. I need to make a video on it. I need to make a video on a lot of things. Anyway, so yeah, he's coming for this. And it would be much easier if he took this and came over with, like, this tank, for example, down this road. But you got to clear this out first, because obviously there's a guy with an AT in there. So, like, this recon to here, so you can see stuff. You know, this conquers to there. Oh, you can shoot this way and this way. Wow, incredible. These guys should be in buildings, right? There's no AA here, so this hot one's going to kill these things. BMP ones. The Conkers are making headway, but this Milan 2 is a bit of an issue. And no Acacia, so the only way you can kill it is with a plane. Which is not great, mate. But yeah, the Mott Schutzen are so much better than the Fusileros. Because they've got less HP, but they've got, you know, two of the best MG in the game and Resolute. But yeah, look how much slower that is than the other AA gun. It's so strange to see. Anyway, it doesn't see this, so it's gonna... Oh, it's not engaging that, okay. You need to be in the buildings, man. Buildings give you like 50% cover resistance. Doesn't tell you when you're in spectate mode. Like, in the forest as well, if this ran into the forest, well then you'd be taking less damage as well. But yeah, seeing those projectiles come in is very sad. So yeah, taking this is practically impossible, especially if you've chosen not to bring artillery. But what you can do is, you know, get a Mott Schutzen all the way around to here and start wrecking face. Send a couple, maybe. He's going for the CV there. AT plane out for the helos. Like I said, this missing is not surprising. It is bad, and he's brought them at no vet, because he's not brought the Aspid, which, as you know from the debt review, is a change I've just made, which I'm now thinking isn't worth. I'm going to go put the Aspid back in and put the vet back up. Because, yeah, you need 3 artillery pieces. He did actually manage to lose that howitzer somewhere. Somewhere. And he never bought the 3rd one, so... As for Lil Goat, he could definitely buy more T-55s. I mean, he's sort of doing it now. And you see how bad this thing is. It's got a nice base accuracy, and it missed twice there. I don't know, this guy, not very lucky today. And you see that, this can survive a toe 2 hit, but this can't survive a Rapira hit. But the Rapira missed because this got hit, and now it has 39% accuracy, so it's, it will eventually, yeah, because look how fast the missiles are as well. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, what happens now? Look at that, SPW50PK. Come on, man. Why? He's finally buying the proper tanks. He's run out of bad ones to buy. He's buying the good ones now. And yeah, you can put a recon in here, an ATGM in here, because this one, well, I suppose this one can still shoot that way. Lack of combined arms. You hate to see it. And like, these guys could have... You've got to send everything to here and then send it up. It's very difficult to deal with. And it leans into the air spam as well. If you want to air spam, you need good artillery, because the Acacias can kill these, because they don't move after they shoot. He's not moving them. Same with like manpads and stuff, because they've got low HP. So it makes your air spam better. You can snipe an Eyehawk or whatever, well then your planes are going to do a lot better. So it's not bringing any Acacias is really hurting him here. I mean, this has just sat here and just killed all his guys. He can't do anything to it, because he's not brought any howitzers. He's just brought 4 mortars. So this is his 4 mortars here. He's going for a smoke. It happened again! This thing just first shot him with 40% accuracy against a 40% ECM plane. Anyway, not sure where these guys are going. Also, when anti-air fires, you hit F1 and click, and then it will ping that position, and you don't have to remember it. And then you can get your arty, which you don't have, to shoot it, or you can, you know, use your bomber. It's like if he sends the MiG-21 bis first and this second, then he can kill that. Although it's moving now. These guys don't have AT, but you know, this isn't here, it's here, so wouldn't be able to hit it anyway. It's looking pretty good for red, actually. You might be able to do this. I'd bring a second CV. The smoke's nice. Like, you need to be in a building or in a forest, because you're in the open, and so you're going to get shot. And yeah, you hate to see it. This guy got hit. And now he's dead. His luck has run out. This thing should just aim here and just wait for everybody to show up. Wait for the CV to show up. Aim it there or something. Wait for the Zappadors. I guess he can't really see what he can't see. You want it to evac this way, really, and not over the enemy AA. Easier said than done. Smoke has stopped or something? Or what? Yeah, this one has stopped. This one is going there. Oh, he needs it there, right? He needs it here so that he can actually get this. Or, you know, this can go this way, I suppose. But, yeah, not enough infantry in that push, I think. SPW50 PKs, man. Like, why? Crazy, crazy. This is out of AT, so can't do anything. And here we go. It's going for the smoke mortar. Okay, I thought it would be going for, like, here or something, but either way, we'll get the smoke mortar. And yeah, basically these tanks, you don't want to drag them too close here, because if DontFazeMeBro had an infantry AT here, he would just kill these now, because they get side shots. So you want to, you know, stick in mid a bit more. But these are heat, so the penetration doesn't decrease with distance. Right, so he's throwing the smoke. He's running in. He needs more inf. But yeah, so this doesn't get better with... That's why it's so bad. Because it's not like a T-55A, where you get close and you can kill stuff. It just does 1 damage at any range, so, oh, well, great. Anyway, he needs a backup CV. He needs to get back in the smoke, but cast another smoke or something, I don't know. He needs to unload these, or they'll die again. Needs a yeah. So if you're going to do a cool push like that, you need a second CV, like, on site, because chances are the first one is going to die. So this is the Phantom, so this probably... Well, he's got behind him now, so I guess I better go. And there you go, so there's the rocket arty on the infantry blob. So what you can do is load them back in, but then this will kill him, so this is why you don't blob too much. Like, a couple of these around the sides would have been super helpful, but he's cut the reinforcements here, but I don't understand why you spent all game buying the bad tanks, and then in the last 2 minutes he's like, I've got all these good tanks. Well, if you do it the other way around, it goes a lot better, because, like, he's run out of them now, so I can't give you the direct comparison, but this is so much better than the one he's been buying, the first one, the 80-point one, because it's got a kinetic round, which means as the distance decreases, it does more penetration, whereas the heat round doesn't do that. These have kinetic rounds as well, so they're actually not bad. The issue they've got is you don't get enough of them. Anyway, this could get in that building and then he wouldn't take as much damage. 1 minute left. I mean, the CV's coming, but I don't think he's got the time. You need 100 points, less than 100 points difference is a draw. He's bought last minute artillery. Has he got 0 infantry cards left, or bit of a weird one? What happened to the tanks? Must have killed this thing. We'll see what else could have done it. Anyway, yes, the T-55As, they're very good. You should buy all of those in a game. And if you're not going to buy them all, get them at 2-vet. And then you can buy all of those, and they're very good. Very nice. So yeah, I mean, it's a shame, really. If Lil Goat had brought that second CV, he actually probably would have won here, because he would have been on a +4 all this time, because there's no enemy CV in here. But as it stands, his CV died, and looks like it's... I mean, if this gets in, it'll be a draw, right? It depends. Well, it's actually really close. Because right now, if DontFazeMeBro stops this from coming in, then it'll be his victory. So he just needs to do that, basically. But that's probably not going to get there in time. But wait, with what army? Everybody's dead. And the man... Why is he on an attack move order? Very sad. This guy flies over the enemy AA on his way in. I guess he wanted to kill this. 40% ECM dying to 2 cubs. Blimey, don't buy a lottery ticket. And it was a draw. Yeah, really close game, really funny game. I'm surprised, actually, that red had more kills than blue. Didn't feel that way. But, yeah, basically, this guy's rank 75, 204 games. This guy's rank 171 with 64 games this season, 674 total, 1,185 total. So yeah, good game to Lil Goat. DontFazeMeBro needs to take that crap out of his deck. He needs to watch the deck review. And you see how effective the T-55s are against Spanish, and like that. You got a lot of value out of the planes, but he needs to put those Acacias back in, man. You need to put those Acacias back in, man. It's rough. I mean, you're just watching the little Milan teams killing everything, and he just can't do anything until his plane's up. It's very, very sad. Anyway, I have a small change that I need to make, but we need to... Yeah, whatever. GG.